y'all. So here we are, standing at that funny spot between what just happened and Happy New Year. The holidays are over. The decorations might be halfway put away. The calendar is kind of just empty. And somehow our brains just still feel loud. And it reminds me kind of opening the fridge after a big holiday week. You know, there's leftovers, there's mystery containers, and then there's that one thing you swear you didn't buy, but there it is staring back at you. And that's kind of how my life felt walking into this week. Not bad, not broken, just cluttered. And instead of just, bulldozing into goals and resolutions, I decided, let's reset. Gently. Not hustle, not perfection, not new year, new me. Just let's come home again to myself. And earlier this week, I was sitting with my coffee. No TV, no phone, just quiet. And it hit me. My brain had about 37 tabs open. Work things, life things, that random thing I forgot to do back in October, hormones doing whatever they want. And there was this little voice saying, slow down long enough to hear yourself. So, before I touched my planner, before I made my first list, before I told myself all the ways I need to do better, I gave myself permission to pause. Because sometimes the reset isn't about adding, it's about listening. And the first thing that I tackled wasn't deep or glamorous. I didn't go full organizing. I just started clearing out the obvious stuff. Expired supplements, protein powders that I'll never finish, files and notebooks filled with goals that belonged to a past version of me. And every time I held something up, I asked, is this supporting the woman I'm becoming? Not the woman who pushed through exhaustion, not the woman who ignored her body, but the woman who knows better now. Some things went back on the shelf, and a lot of things went in the trash. And with every bag that left, I swear my nervous system just unclenched just a little bit more. And then I shifted to my body, because pushing, forcing, overtraining, that season for me, that's over. This week looked like, and is looking like, more walking, more stretching, gentle strength training, breathing, like actually breathing between sets. Instead of saying I should do more, I asked, what feels supportive today? Sometimes the answer was movement. Sometimes it was rest. Sometimes it was, girl, go lay down for 20 minutes. And for once, I didn't argue, because our bodies are not the problem. Most of the time, they're just tired of being ignored. And then the next thing that came was food. Not a diet, I don't believe in those. Not a reset cleanse, just coming back to basics. Plenty of protein, real meals instead of grazing all day. Veggies I actually enjoy, not the ones Instagram says I should eat. And yes, dessert still happens, because joy matters too. I focused on supporting energy instead of punishing myself for holiday eating. And the craziest thing, when I stopped battling my body, the cravings calmed down on their own. Isn't that amazing? Because what got real is I realized how often I was carrying around quiet, heavy thoughts. I should have done more. I should look different by now. I should have figured this out already. And honestly, those thoughts, those are exhausting. So I started replacing them with, I am allowed to grow slowly. I'm learning what works for me now. I don't know anyone a performance. The pressure melted. The tightness in my chest loosened, and suddenly, this new year so far doesn't feel like a test anymore. It feels like an invitation. Instead of resolutions, I wrote 3 simple questions. What do I want more of this year? Peace, energy, presence, confidence, whatever. What do I want less of? Overcommitting, guilt, pushing past my limits. Where can I be kinder to myself? Pretty much everywhere. Nothing dramatic, no glitter pens or complicated systems, just honesty on paper. So as I walk into 2026, I'm not sprinting. I'm not reinventing myself. I'm just easing in, clearing space, listening to my body, eating like I care about myself, letting my mind unclench just a little at a time. Because maybe the real reset isn't about becoming a different woman. Maybe it's just finally honoring the one we already are. And if you're resetting too, I'd love to know, what's one simple thing you're doing this week to support yourself? Share it in the comments. We can keep each other grounded. And here's to a year that feels steady, supported, and a whole lot more gentle from the very beginning throughout the entire year. So, Happy New Year, friends. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this channel. New and exciting things are coming, so stay tuned for that. And I just wish you a happy 2026.